one of the key central tenets of our Chinese Kung Fu and sport, one of the central part of the Chinese culture that's embedded into the Chinese Kung Fu is this concept of filial piety. Filial piety is a very broad idea, and I'm going to try to give it justice by telling what I understand from it. It's this idea that you are only who you are thanks to the people who have come before you. It applies to your martial arts. You only learn what you learn thanks to your teacher and your teacher's teacher and the people who have come before you, before them. So you learn, you honor them and you pay your respect. Same thing with your family. You're only there because your family, your parents were there, and then their parents, and your great-great-grandparents, and so on and so forth. So you find yourself where you are because of what's happened before you. When we talk about systems thinking and complexity, the system is path dependent. So the system never happens just by itself. The system is path dependent, so it's a bit similar in that sense. But also the other aspect of filial piety is that in martial arts, you have the duty to learn well because the style is only alive through you, and you have the responsibility to pass it on and to give it to the next generation. Same thing with your family. Your family lineage, your culture, only lives through the next generation, and so the children, and then their children. And for me, this concept of filial piety is very, very strong and very powerful in the context of leadership for sustainability, because it starts to give you the awareness that you are part of something bigger. You're not just an independent, disconnected being or a billboard that's just bouncing around. You are connected, and you are connected through time, first and foremost. You have a whole background of generations that have shaped who you are, whether your family or whether culturally. Obviously, not everybody would do like Kung Fu, obviously, but in everything that you do, you will have people who have guided you, and it's the idea of the lineage, and you are part of that, and what you do influences the future generations. And I think that's very central to what martial arts, or my heart and soul of martial art, is about. And from there, you start to reconnect, and you start to know that you have a place within something bigger. And from there, you can start also to realize, through the practice of your body, the bodily practice, the embodied practice of martial art. Through your body, you're connected to your natural environment. So you're connected through time. You're also connected to the physical bits around you, all the flows and cycles of nature. And if you go a bit deeper into the sort of promotion of health aspect of martial arts, all this sort of, not necessarily deep into the Chinese medicine, but the cultural aspect of the flows of nature, the flows of things happening within your body. Everything is connected within your body. Everything works together. And you learn to be connected like that. And then through martial arts, you also learn to connect to other people. So you have time, you have the natural systems, and you have social systems. You find a place within social systems. And the more aware you are of your connections with everything else, the more you have a place. Now, some people, with a modern Western mindset especially, can find it, it's limiting. I'm not free. I want my freedom. I want my freedom to do anything. But actually, that freedom is a burden, I think. And when you find a connection, when you find a place within those systems, you are a lot more free to express who you are, because you know who you are, you know where you're going, you know what you're doing. And if you don't have all that, you're actually just floating around, and you're looking for purpose, and you're looking for connection. So, I think that's one of the main things. Obviously, martial art is not the only way to get it. But for me, it's sort of like changed my life, and that's something I want to share. And share the practice of martial art, but also share the learning so that other people can find this deeper connection and ability to live through that.